Hello, this is Corey the Keyblade Wielder. We're back for another commentary. The re-uploaded version for Round 8, that is. Disney vs. non-Disney Villains Part 2, Round 8. First fight. Shendu from Jackie Chan Adventures versus the Dark Dragon from Disney's American Dragon Jake Long.
You are weak and not, and your men are fools. That's it. I ain't taking no more lip from a statue. I am no statue. You stand in the presence of a demon sorcerer. I once had dominion over the last empire, but my subjects betrayed me.
Yeah, this is basically a flashback from the fight before the events of Disney versus non-Disney villains. I like this fight. It's my favorite. This is a battle between two dragons. Huh. Kind of interesting that the Dark Dragon was once one of Shendu's servants, but betrayed him. Huh. Okay, one. What is Shane doing in here? I mean, it's over 1,000 years ago. I mean, I'm no expert on dragons, but how old do they age? Two. What the hell are the Hunt clan doing helping Shen, the Dark Dragon? They hate dragons. They hate magical creatures. They hunt and kill magical creatures, especially dragons. What, did the Dark Dragon manipulated them? Did they owe them $100? It would make sense if the Hunt clan wants to get rid of Shendu, but why helping out the Dark Dragon? Yeah, you already got what this is going. Okay, next fight. Tyboron from Disney's American Dragon Jake Long, the series, versus Draco from Jackie Chan Adventures. Queen Law recruits Tyboron to take out the son of Shendu. Huh. And gives her the replica of the trident. Yeah, when History Buff 5341 was once a kid, he watches a lot of Jackie Chan Adventure series, but he did stop watching it because of those demon mask or something, and he thought it was kind of stupid. Yeah, I will admit, it's kind of silly. And this one, he did not know that Shendu had a son. Plus, even I was surprised. When I was a kid, I still watch a lot of Jackie Chan Adventure series, and Draco is from the final season of Jackie Chan Adventures. It's pretty cool to see him in there. I mean, in the series, he wanted to free Shendu the first time, but then he gets to find items representing the demon sorcerers, respectively, to absorb all of their powers. And Tyboron, I think in the episode he tries to get the trident that belongs to Poseidon. Huh. I like this fight. It's basically water versus fire. Huh. And Draco wins. Next fight. Captain Hook and Sarouche versus Professor Screweyes. Huh. Mock sees in the supercomputer that Captain Hook has returned and realizes this is the man who foiled his plan of taking over the live-action universe. History Buff kind of thought their reaction is that Mock is like, wait, what? Holly goes, it's the man who's been mean to me. Mock be all, Screweyes, take care of him. And Screweyes is like, okay. Wait, what? Why me? Something like that. And at the same time, Ratcliffe hears that Captain Hook has returned and sends Sarouche to recruit him. Huh. Guess Ratcliffe was wondering what happened to Captain Hook during the first war. Because nobody knows what happened to him after what happened in the first war. Nobody knows what happened. No one knows where did he go. So I guess you say Nobody knows about alternate dimensions except for Mock. And maybe Maleficent. So you can say that Radcliffe, Rollo, and every mortals in the planet know zero things about alternate dimensions. Because, you know, one, they're not doing Dragon Ball Z kind of stuff. Two, it's just representing the real life situations.
Bonjour, Capitan.
I like how you edited that makes Sarouche says Bonjour Capitan to Captain Hook. And, of course, Screweyes shows up to take out Captain Hook, and he also has to take out Sarouche. Yeah, I was kind of hoping that Sarouche would die in this one. Because, again, he's one of the villains I really hate because I hate Disney straight-to-DVD sequels. Okay, with Screweyes using that nightmare machine, Hook did not get scared of a crocodile, because you know in many stories of Peter Pan, Hook is afraid of the crocodile. But in here, he's not. I guess the war kind of changed him. Like, dude, I have seen things that are much scarier than a crocodile. Huh. Guess he's becoming the Blackbeard of Disney villains. Okay, now the Dream Machine is getting people to think that Sarouche is some evil clown. I think I remember this is from The Brave Little Toaster. I have not seen that movie in forever. But it's, what I heard, it's still hold up to this day. It's just like, wait, what? And they're like, oh my god, a clown, get it! An evil clown, get it! Like, you would react to that too. I mean, I wouldn't care if one of my friends were turned into an evil clown. I'd probably attack an evil clown, because no one likes evil clowns. And guess it's a tie, and Professor Screweyes runs away in the next fight. Nosferatu versus Black Arachnia, I guess. Nosferatu from Disney's A Buzz Lightyear of Star Command versus Black Arachnia from Transformers Animated. In the description, Zurg fears the threat of the Decepticons, decides to send Nosferatu to take out one of the armies of the Decepticons. I remember in Buzz Lightyear that Nosferatu is basically a robot vampire. It's like a cyborg vampire he is. Guess he's supposed to be like Nosferatu, who's like Dracula before Dracula. Okay, this kind of confused me. Like, is Black Arachnia like a robotic spider? Look at that. Blurry up, sorry. She does look like a robotic spider. Okay, other characters of Transformers make more sense because there were rides and vehicles and airplanes and trucks and cars. But Arachnia's more like a robotic spider. Is she a monster truck spider? That would make more sense. But if it was a robotic spider, it would not, because most Transformers are more vehicles. And Nosferatu wins. I almost called him Nosferatu. Next fight. Abon from Static Shock versus Tony Drakon from Disney's Gargoyles, the series. In the description that Valmont recruits Abon and tells that the Dark Hand and the Metabreed can live equally under Shendu's rules. And Abon decides to attack Tony Drakon and his men. I thought we were not going to use DC villains. As I remember, we were not going to. Because it's not just non-Disney, it's DC. Static Shock had a crossover with Batman like 3 times or something. He was also in the Justice League episode. What the hey? Did you guys thought it was just more of just a guest star or something? What the hey? Or is it because you can't find any villains that are similar to them? Huh. Think about Static Shock. It's a good cartoon, it is. And it's about this main character who's African American. He lives with his dad, who is a cop, and his sister, who is like not a cop but also a high school student with the main character. And yeah, the main character, I forgot his name, but he got into the middle of a gang war and he did not want to be a part of it. But then a radioactive explosion happened and he became Static Shock. All the other ones became super villains while the main character is a superhero called Static Shock. Huh. Kind of interesting that you guys are using this. Plus, Static Shock has a lot of deep messages. Here's what I'm going at. In one of the episodes of Static Shock, Static and his best friend, who's like white, I don't want to be racist, I hate racism. They were helping out a kid who was being bullied by high school bullies. And he got so tired of bullying, he decided to bring a gun to school. Yeah, it's pretty dark for an episode. It was basically the anti-gun violence. It's the only message is that if you're being bullied, violence will never solve anything. That's basically that. And then in the other episode, where Static's best friend, who has a dad who was a bit of a racist, he didn't want his best friend to hang out with Static. I mean, the best friend's dad did not want him to hang out with Static because he's a different color. Yeah, the show does go into the whole deep message about violence never solves anything and don't be a racist kind of episode. Yeah, they go into the messages that goes down your throat. Don't be a racist. Don't solve anything with violence. Don't be a religion shammer. Don't be religious phobic, or don't be homophobic. Don't be a racist. Don't be religious intolerant. Don't join death cults. Don't join criminals, because criminals, yeah, they look cool, but they're not good. Yeah, it's basically like those kinds of messages. Like, it reminds me of that movie, like Happy Feet. I like that movie. You know, I want Tansy Penguins. It was like a cute film, but they go into this, they shove this message down our throats, like, with this whole environmental message. I mean, if you want to teach kids messages, don't hide it with superheroes or tap dancing penguins. To all you people who want to make stories out there, if you want to teach kids messages, good for you. Don't try to hide it with superheroes or tap dancing penguins. I'm just saying. What is it doing? So, yeah, that's the whole concept of Static Shock. Yeah, I'm trying to find the words and stuff. Even Gargoyles had an anti-gun violence episode, and it was pretty deep, but it got controversy with the parents thinking kids would go for that. Guys, if people are trying to show kids that guns are not cool, that doesn't mean that they're going to think they're cool. Kids need to learn certain things in real life are not epic. That's what they're going at. They want to get kids to understand these things. And I guess Avon and his crew wins. Next fight, Lady Tremaine versus... What's her name again? Lena. Lady Tremaine versus Lena. I can't say Lady Tremaine versus Sutan because it's a typo. Lena contacts the spirit of Miss Lenore and tells her to bring the blood of Lady Tremaine so she'll be revived. I like the reaction. She's like, oh my god, another werecat lady! Are we going to see like the boatman who was also a werecat? Also, Lady Tremaine summons Sutan, the fire demon, from Disney's Aladdin the series. I remember him from the episode is that where he double-crosses Abbas Maul just to gain more fire and smoke. Because it helps him make him more powerful. And I don't remember anything in the show that he drains the life out of people. Or is she on fire or something? Lady Tremaine wins and got rid of Sutan. Next fight, the Weird Sisters from Disney's Gargoyles the series versus the Gangrene Gang. In the description that Hades realizes that the Gangrene Gang did not give Hades any payment for the powers, decides to send the Weird Sisters after them. The Weird Sisters, I don't see them serving Hades. Yeah, they were villains. Yeah, they were helping the Archmage. But it was more of a partnership. It was an alliance. They do not serve anyone, but only to Oberon. The Archmage was just helping them to get revenge on a certain wizard that humiliated them. That was it. So they're not really villains. They're neutral. I guess the Gangrene Gang, just with their powers, took over the entire criminal empire, of course. And the Weird Sisters decide to take the powers away from them. Yeah, because guess Hades asked them to. And the Weird Sisters have got the Gangrene Gang's powers away from them. And I'm glad we got rid of the stupid Powerpuff Girl villains. Like I said, I'm not a fan of them. I'm sure some of what they did was probably decent, but I just don't care for the Powerpuff Girls. And the Weird Sisters wins. Next fight, Monkey Fist versus Storm Shadow. Unknown what happened to Xanatos, Fox decides to send her associate Monkey Fist to look for Xanatos. And he and his army of monkey ninjas invaded Cobra's industries. Well, I guess they're tough enough to take out these laser guns. And it's kind of funny, like, me, monkey ninja, looking for Xanatos on the computer. I'm sorry, it's just I think he's supposed to be like European or something. I think in the episode he was European or something. I like how he's probably just looking through Xanatos in that security camera. He's like, what? No, it can't be. I must go tell Fox. And the Baroness sees it and decides to send Storm Shadow to attack him.
I do not know who you are. I am Monkey Fist.
Did you have to shout? It's a fight between two ninjas. I guess it's a tie. And next fight, Pete and Ursula versus Discord from My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. Huh. In description, John Silver decides to give Maleficent a gift, which is secretly a revenge for Maleficent not paying John Silver for the lamp. And that gift is the Statue of Discord. Okay, I can tell by the animation style before I watched any of MLP Friendship is Magic. My reaction to that was, what? Yeah, I was surprised you guys were using My Little Pony villains. When History Buff first saw this, when he was doing fan commentaries, he was like, oh, god damn it! Not another one! Why? What is with the people in the flipping ponies? flipping ponies. Ponies are ponies. They're not cool. They're not interesting. They're not bad. They're flipping ponies. The only excuse you can for loving ponies is if you're a little girl. Oh, I thought this was my safe haven. Here's my thought on that. Like, well, dude, even in the villains tournaments, you're gonna see the ponies. Yeah, I wasn't big on ponies either, because if you know from the old era, from the 80s, how cheesy it was. But if you compare that, when my little sister was spending the night with me and Grandma, back when she was like a little kid or something, and she wanted to watch the My Little Pony episodes with me, and I was like, okay, it's not like I have anything to do, and I was going to be prepared for the cringe. But watching the first episode, it was one where the main character, Twilight Sparkle, yes, that's her name. And no, it has nothing to do really with the vampires. Or werewolves. Thank God! And, she's basically like a book reader. And it was the one where the villain showed up was Nightmare Moon, who's like... It's like if you turn Maleficent into a half unicorn and half Pegasus, get her to join the cult, or get her obsessed with moons. It's basically like that, and it was actually pretty good. Really different than what I expected. It was really well written. The characters are developed cool, and they're really well made, and the writing's good. Even the songs are pretty good. I think I remember in the one episode is where the one they showed T-Rex and the princesses were like singing the song to her, and it was very lovely. Look it up. I forgot the name of it. It's really good. And Discord, he's one of my favorite villains, actually. He's pretty entertaining. Plus, one of my friends, Mathalos 111 Horror Catgirl, said that I'm kind of a mix between Hades and Discord. So yeah, in a way, it kind of does. Plus, there was even a really well-made fanfiction called The Bride of Discord. It's really well written. Go look it up. And it's in a video. And Maleficent decides to keep it, but has to talk to Jafar with more important matters. And of course, the statue is free, and Discord awakens and attacks both Pete and Ursula along with Maleficent's goons, or the minions. Kind of makes sense that Discord would fight both of these villains. Huh. He's put a little chaos into them. And yeah, he's also like the mischievous kind of guy. Discord is actually a chimera. I kind of like how you use the lightning to make it look like it's Discord striking them down. Discord wins. Next fight. Mirage from Disney's Aladdin the series versus Grune and Slythe from Thundercats. I think that's their names. Mumra decides to send Grune and Slythe to attack Mirage, his old foe. Huh. And they arrived, and okay, why are Mumra's minions had like shotguns? And is that guy over there I'm pointing at a clown? Well, that's kind of weird. You can tell by the nose. What's wrong with it? My laptop's getting all staticky, sorry. Why is that blaster gun or something? And, army tanks? And mechas? What kind of show is Thundercats with army tanks, race cars, and mechas, and shotguns? What kind of show is Thundercats? That's just weird. I guess Mirage wins, and Grune and Slide retreat. Next fight, in the live-action universe. Oh, cool. Van Pelt from Jumanji versus the Sanderson sisters from Disney's Hocus Pocus. In description, Lord Cutler Beckett recruits Van Pelt to get rid of the Sanderson sisters, one of Jadis' alliance. Huh. And he finds them, and she's when he's been waiting for him. I love the Kraken. I like how you made it look like they're both in the same scenes again. It's still cool. Yeah, I would have been surprised if Sarah Sanderson, who's like the blonde bimbo witch, she wants Van Pelt, like, can I play with him, Winnie? And Winnie be all like, no, we're gonna banish him to another dimension. Actually, I thought you guys were gonna kill him off, and I was like, wait, what? And wait, Van Pelt and the Wild Thornberries? What? I can tell by the animation style. I never seen the Wild Thornberries, but I can tell by the animation style. I'm like, what? That's weird. Next fight up, Barbosa from Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean versus, what was his name? What are their names? Oh yeah, Lucius Malfoy and Bellatrix Lestrange. Voldemort decides to send Lucius and Bella, whatever her name is, to get the prophecy, like the Book of Prophecy or something, to know who will be the victor of the war. At the same time, Maxim Horvat recruits Barbosa to do the same thing. I love Pirates of the Caribbean again, and Barbosa is one of my favorites. I think I remember in Kingdom Hearts 2 that Pete and Barbosa were like partners, and Pete liked his style. So even though I said that Queen Jadis is to be the Maleficent of the Disney live-action villains, are we going to get Barbosa as the live-action Pete? That'd be interesting. I mean, yeah, he's not big and buff like Pete or Bluto, but still. And it seems that the fight between pirates and wizards had begun. And once Barbosa retrieves the prophecy book, Maxim Horvat will break the curse upon them. Free them from the curse, that is. Huh, guess there's no way to kill the undead pirates. Actually, it would have been so awesome if you had Barbosa and his pirates fight against an army of ghost faces. Like, Barbosa will be fighting Billy Loomis. Imagine Billy Loomis' reaction when he fights Barbosa. Like, wait, why can't you die? Well, the reason the pirates are cursed, it's not because of the Black Pearl. It's because of the medallion that was cursed by the Aztec gods. You know, like the Mayan mythology. Yep. I like how he just roll his eyes and he... Cool. And Barbosa wins the next fight. Ruber versus Jafar. Description is that everyone around the world and his alliance are celebrating the day that Ruber is the king of the world. Like the world, like the entire planet Earth, that is. Until Jafar shows up as a genie. And yeah, that was actually his... Maleficent's second wish was to get rid of Ruber. If you've seen Aladdin, the first Aladdin movie, Genie made 3 rules that many genies follow. It's not just him, but other genies also. Rule number 1. Genies can't kill anyone. They can't decapitate them, they can't stab them, they can't put them on fire or freeze them. But you'd be surprised what you can live through. Even the sequels even know the rules that genies can't kill anyone. So you can't change the rule. If someone changed the rule, that would not be good. That would be upsetting to many mythology fans. And number 2 is that genies can't make people fall in love. I guess that's only work for cupids. They just don't want to mess with free will. Number 3, they can't bring people back from the dead. They don't. They cannot bring people back from the dead. So Jafar is a genie. He cannot kill people. He cannot bring people back from the dead. So would he put him into another dimension? So I'm going to say Ruber is not dead, but banished, like maybe the live-action universe? Ruber is no longer the king, then. Description, Maleficent sees that Ruber is gone. Yeah, you can tell by the laughing.
You'd be surprised what you can live through.
And in Limbo, Ruber and Rasputin are reunited. Huh. Interesting that Ruber is in Limbo. Huh. And with the Gangrene gang defeated, Fat Cat takes over as the new leader of the criminal empire. Huh. And Discord allied himself with Eris.
Chaos is a wonderful, wonderful thing.
Kind of makes sense. Hold on. Oh, I'm on 30%. I gotta make it quick. Monkey Fist arrives to tell Fox of where David Xanatos is at. And decides to get him out of there. Jailbreak! Captain Hook is allied with Ratcliffe. Even Sarouche is recruited. And Mirage allied herself with Mechanicles and Abyss Maul. And seriously, what's with the electric stuff? What is he, an alien or something? What kind of an ancient mummy is he? And Mumra recruits all of his alliance. His force. Shouldn't you help Ramesses to find who the killer of his son is? So yeah, that was Disney versus non-Disney villains part 2, round 8. This will be my stopping point right there. So I'm going to do commentaries of other tournaments right now. Why is this a stopping point all of a sudden? Well, round 9 has 2 parts now. So that's why. So yeah, this is Disney versus non-Disney villains part 2, round 8. And this is Corey the Keyblade wielder. May your heart be your guiding key. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe.